To me, we do obviously see all these deaths are essentially because of that hardship towards the north. That's what happened. It's how it goes sometimes. It's not this circle that's done him in, it was the one prior. So that's basically cause and effect. All the teams that are in the south have now suffered. But that's a big turnaround and maybe an error from NIP. They set up on and the damage finally comes through. Cleaner kills for NIP, but it got a little bit scarier points.
And at this point you have to commit to it, right? You've lost a player, so just you set up the entrapment. You've got to go for it now. Get the final flush. Do the job. Gene somehow on his last legs. Here goes Jimbo's last stand with a vehicle that is barely classed as a vehicle because the Pubg is lynching on an edge.
Just a very thick bike.
Yeah. More stable at least. There is that still.
And the thing is, he's not even in the circle yet. Unity.
So FaZe has the high ground here. Navi have a central point in the circle. We also have a lot of coverage from the compounds. The church on the backside is fully clear. No one's in there. They'll just leave it for now. You have to run the FaZe dungeon, unfortunately, with the final boss of FaZe just on top of the hill. Easy points for them. G2 spotted and Mexico attacked quite hard. Down to about 60%. Clear area. No one can really challenge them. Gaxi.
Did you want to get out on that side, Gaxi?
Be aware that crate, excuse me, yes, the crate that did come in, it was, I believe, Drayden who picked it up, the AWM. So that is in play.
I think he got a kill with it as well.
And look at that.
Close enough by. FaZe are going to have to find a way to work back down. There probably is room on that hillside for them, but they have to consider that Unity are still going to be behind them. TSM's route, I'm wondering how open that is. I don't know how much vision Razor Edge have on it, because it looks like TSM are shooting NIP, so you might have vision above, but not including that. Now, Gaxi's pulled up towards the Knights, and that's not going to look good for Gaxi. Cut to size by Snark and Wanted as a nice maintained position. Very, very prime position, as is Ence's spot, actually.
So for TSM, the rest of his teammates work on that. Okay, now that has just disabled everything that they were going to try and do. Brexico's position was incredible. Did not get ready for the third party that come in. And now he's basically allowed TSM to get away with this. They might be able to kill G2 on approach if he'd managed to stay alive on that hillside. He could have kept TSM back.
Fod's got an angle. That should be a headshot. There it is. Dink down, put to bed. Say goodnight. It's MBS to get the point in the pocket, but it's all for the benefit of NIP. Unlucky for James, he was trying to work away around.
Best of plays by Brexico, not watching for the off angle, which did in the end mean him dying. TSM can't at the edge of that crater and go uphill should they see fit, unless someone managed to just land a worlder of a shot through the windows. Razor Edge eventually have to come out. When they do so, NIP is getting a position so they can get an angle. Center of the map is completely open, no one's there, it's barren, it's a wasteland. Wookiee's the deepest into the circle. The next point of contact might come back to this fight on your screens now. Unity.
Oh my god, Chris, did you just see that? He just punished him so bad. Gustav tried to peek him, he should be fine, but that was a little scary. They do eventually take down G2, but it puts TSM in a predicament. They're still trying to keep themselves, calm in this one. This fight will continue. The FaZe, Unity, potentially Na'Vi at the end of the road coming through. Uber's going to get down Dastish. This is MBS trying to keep back Razor Edge. Fast Rail on the heel needs to hit the deck to make sure it doesn't get picked up. Windstrike trying to help him out, but here comes Na'Vi. Finally joining in on the fight. They're looking down towards FaZe, and FaZe being a loss is actually pretty scary here. Windstrike going to send it, try and get somewhere new, trying to find a bit of a ditch to maybe prone into. MBS prowling around, but it's Fast Rail to claim Vard's points. Put those comfortably in the pocket of Razor Edge.
Scout, red dot, compensator, up close and personal, should win the game. That'll be an instant flush. He's going for the second. The other peak from 6Z. This will be dangerous, and it is! He collects 2 if he goes round and flushes this. That's 2 3 points. The third person there! No. NBS! What are you doing?
One by one they come, and one by one they fall. Huge mistakes from Razor Edge, and what a punish from MBS. He cannot get the heal off right now. He only has a bandage. He might be able to get them all. Oh my word, he gets stolen in the end by Michael, but what a play from him.
That's disgusting. And that's a complete up close. 3 players down by 1 single man. That's not good.
Yeah,
but an absolute beautiful play from him. Credit.
Yep. FaZe being a little bullied here by Na'Vi. Na'Vi are holding the line as late they can. They do not want to leave this. FaZe now having to force their way forward here. Close quarter combat, and it's working very nicely. Pokemon has been lost in the meantime, but that means it's just Mexi standing right now. FaZe was lost earlier. And of course, Uber now going down makes it very tricky for Mexi to work forward. He knows he's trying to play all these angles, dodging, weaving, trying to dip around it, find a way in. The tags are good.
His position earlier on was decent. He was keeping an eye line, a bit of a track, and a tab on what's going down with a raise your edge fight. Michael then responds in kind. Does MBS a favour. Gives Nip 3 points by finishing off that final one. Disallows any kind of work from raise your edge. Best to watch now. Eyes on the prize towards the Knights. They are inside the circle. How much further they can really go after this is the bigger question. You rotate edge of circle, try and play it, but then you've got Ence to deal with. But there's no reason to smoke it up and hide yourself. You have to let FaZe do all the hard work.
I still think that early fight they took to mirror against them, they might have used those smokes there, I'd say, and their utility there potentially. New circle. The Knights are happy. Not ideal, of course, but you'll take that compared to everyone else currently. Ence, I'm looking at where they decide to go. They have a very tough position. That should be a shot every day of the week. Wookiee signed, sealed, and delivered to the brain of a doozy. That's going to kind of slow the roll of Na'Vi. Give maybe Ence a second to get themselves stuck in here, but that is a rough position.
Just a mouse trying to build something here. You have to work with what you have.
No.
It's
That's not nice.
It's not great.
No, but
Not when you've got an Orm, a K9.
Dash on the bike, gonna try and get across as best he can. If he can get towards that, great.
There it is.
No, Drayden's gonna find him up. Any overpeak and you're gonna be punished. MBS, your last man standing for an IP, did some really good work, but again, there's awkward amounts of cover here. TSM have a bit of a plateau to play with. That's very nice for them. Oh, Wookiee's landing some blinders here.
That's the second, so surely it wasn't a headshot, but you'd have to assume his gear on a doozy is going to be pretty well smashed to smithereens. Mikas onto Snark. I'm surprised he's... Actually, I'm surprised he's gone away with that one. Wookiee finally puts him in the grave after 3 bullets. Gets the job done. Michael with a follow-up onto the NIP. Good last stand there from MBS. Decent job. Mikas onto Snark. Wanted onto Molodoi. Na'Vi have gone. 6th position will be there. Drayden, he just holds the angle. Mikas has to run because of the blue, unless he decides to give it up, but I'm assuming he will not be able to make it to that smoke. The 3-time spray should be good. Starts it off. Bye-bye.
Nicely done. Windstrike for me have kind of really got the pick of the litter here. I'm a little bit scared for everyone else when they've got this good spot. This is inside. Michael's going to show off now. 7 kills for TSM overall. Michael with 5 of them. Big play, big vision. And all the other teams locked down in that southern side here.
TSM, the gatekeepers to GLL currently. Rizzy Edge was coming into this 449, 462, so certainly knocking on the door. There is a response from Trifeli onto Rory. Gets a bit overzealous, but still, the bullets continue forward. Wookie Bookie in that N24 is actually not even bothered going for the res. Have to be careful though. Trifeli answers back. That's a good shot to force Wookiee off of the other piece, actually hitting through the smoke. Who's cannon here with? That was wanted. That was definitely a tag through the smoke.
Oh, this is where it gets tough for the Knights. They've got to leave that compound. It was great for so long, but now look at the positions. Ence can try and shuffle in once they get those revives. It's not easy, but I'd say it's an easier run than the Knights have. I don't know what they have left. For the Knights, they're going to have to run out. You've got Windstrike looking at them. You then have Ence, you have TSM. Everyone's going to look towards the Knights. They do have the Orm to maybe get them out of one situation, but the SLR, that 24, the Mini, it's all very, very tough terrain. Tixu unleashes fury with the SLR as there's now just one man standing. Bit of a steal from Michael towards Wanted, but where's Nark? He's your last man standing here. You can see them all desperate for these points.
Top of the hill, TSM. Bottom of the hill, Finland. Look at this. Ensign Windstrike just holding back this final player from the Knights. The smoke won't do you any more favours.
Almost had him though, didn't he?
It was a good effort. Now, it's all eyes on TSM. They're the ones playing uphill here.
The Finns will sense each other.
Never mind. Rory just thinks,
Rory.
you know what? I'll just throw a grenade at your head instead.
Yeah, look, there's going to be a Finnish alliance. They have no idea it's each other. Or they do, but they won't, you know, they're not going to actually do that.
Actually,
but in my mind...
I'm really sorry to break you off there, Lauren. If TSM focus too hard on taking down Ence, do Windstrike maybe sneak up the side behind them?
Having Wookiee and Michael both on that side makes me feel no. Tixu going to engage. The more shots you get back, but let's look at who's closest to the center here. This is a very tough fight for all of these teams. It's a literal uphill battle for Windstrike and Ence. The revives come in. TSM, I don't know how much covers towards the middle. There isn't a great deal. They have Wookiee closer than anyone else, and there's that little, that little plateau might be the game-winning sort of area, just where Wookiee is. It could open up to Ence, maybe trying to slip up the western side, but the tag's coming through from Tixu, trying to stop Michael, getting towards the same sort of position, and that wasn't bad.
It's him twice for 27 through the smoke. That's decent, this grenade. Could be even better. No helmet on Tixu, so these grenades would have to make something work.
They're big grenades, so they could do really well to make TSM very uncomfortable here.
If he follows up with this, that could be devastating. TSM in the last round had an awful game because of the grenades.
That's so good, and Jorski punishes Wookiee and Michael. It's game back on. Windstrike find a way forward. Now Ence gets into the battle. Fin on fin action. The spray. Oh my god, that was so close. One more shot, he just messes it up at the end. Tixu stabilizes, and Tixu now on the move, spraying, and he wants those points. He wants to make sure there's no revives. He sees them out, he takes them down. 5 players alive. Rory is one of them. The TSM last bit of hope here, standing towards the north. Squeaky towards the west, and 2 Windstrike players towards the southeast.
Instantly goes for the helmet off the dead bodies, confirms the kills as well. All these teams stacking some points here.
Surely Rory's going to have line. Summer Child proning down. Rory is just put to bed. It's too late for you. You've stayed up past your bedtime. And wait. What?
Squeaky?
What? Squeaky?
How did he do that?
It's almost like you should always observe the last man standing in a situation, because that could happen. Hello?
What in God's name just happened? How did he do them both?
Give me a replay, please. I want to see that. I would give anything.
Well. I have no idea how he got them kills. He's clearly waited till the right time to strike and just batted them both. Must have been a final headshot at the end.
How's he done that?